Kevin, I wanted to start with you first. This competition is unlike anything that you've done in your career. What was the initial appeal about joining this series, and what was your strategy heading into it?
Well, the initial appeal was knowing that it was up for an Emmy, so I was going to be joining a good show. That really helps a lot. So my initial strategy kind of went to shit. I thought I was like, oh, I'll be a traitor. Nobody will expect it. And then I went in. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off. Like you got Deontay right there. I think if he would have caught me in a line, I'd probably get a beat down. Like then John over here, I feel like would like blast it and do a speech of how crappy Kevin was. That I mean, I was going through all my head. So I was like, you know what? I think I'll be a really good faithful and join the winning team. That's what I wanted to do. Join a team that I thought was going to win.
Well, John, there's often a stigma when you come into a competition like this and you have a political background. Was the initial game plan to lean into the fact that you were a politician, or did you want to stray away from that? And how did the circumstances that you found yourself in kind of tip the scale?
The answer to that is that I started with the firm intention, if at all possible, of being a faithful. Now, whether that involves leaning in, as you put it, to being a politician is a debatable point. Was I planning to emphasize politics? No. I mean, subconsciously, I might have done from time to time because I'd spent 3 decades in that profession. But I very much wanted to be a faithful for two reasons. Partly because I thought I would be better at it, or at any rate, less bad than I would have been as a traitor. And partly because the stereotype of politicians is that they're dishonest, untrustworthy, backstabbing scumbags. And I didn't want to reinforce that stereotype. I thought it would be actually quite tedious. So no, my objective was to be a faithful, to try to identify the traitors. And why did I do the show? Basically, I thought it would be fun and different from anything that I'd done before.
You're such a great addition to it. And Deontay, there's such an unexpected emotions that arise when you're competing in a competition series like this. Was that the most surprising part of this experience for you? And how were you able to take your own experiences as a boxer and apply them to this competition?
Yeah, this was definitely a different experience for me more than anything that I've been through. I've had a lot of trauma as a child, and being on this particular show, it brought a lot of it out. That I'm 38 now, and that's happened way back in elementary, and to travel through from the past into the future, or I would say the present of time, it was kind of remarkable to me to be able to release. We always look for some type of outlet to allow us to release those past traumas, and I never had anything to allow me to release. But being on here, I think due to the circumstances and the conditions that we was in, it brought up a lot of things. And anybody know me know I'm a very emotional guy. Anyway, although I'm an ass whooper, but I'm very emotional. Nothing. I didn't apply anything as far as boxing. People are already is uptight because of what I do, and I wanted to come in and just show another side of me that I am Deontay Wilder and not the Bronze Bomber. And I wanted people to get to understand who I am as a man and not as a fighter.